Stand and pledge allegiance, please. Pledge allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. First order of business, approval of April meetings minutes. Anybody have any changes or corrections?
Well, my copy is only odd-numbered pages, so it skips. It's not double-sided. Okay.
I see what she's talking about, yeah.
Yeah, so should we put it over for the next meeting? 'Cause
Yeah,
I didn't wanna
okay.
read the whole minutes?
Yeah, no problem. We'll carry it over to the next meeting and get that correct. Okay. Let's see. Next is new business. John Halebian, 47 Mill Road, Cold Spring. You're the attorney,
Yes.
I guess? You look like it, so, that's right. That was a good guess, right? That was a good guess, right? You're not going to need that right now. Yeah, hold on to it. No, because I'm not going to have you do a full presentation. The purpose of this meeting is for a review of your application, to see that everything is here, and if we need anything else or something like that. And if it's the application, if we feel is complete, then we'll set you up for a public hearing. Okay? And a public hearing, you know, the secretary sends out letters to the neighbors and all like that.
Okay.
And they could go to the town and look at the plans. So, okay. So you're here because you had turned down on the, you're seeking a variance to build a 24 by 30-foot garage, providing a 25-yard setback where 50 foot is required. I reviewed the application, and I know you said you filled out a authorization form. I don't have it. Did you sign an authorization for the, you know?
There is a signature in there from the applicant. The applicant's also here with me this evening. If there's something else you need, we can certainly provide it.
Okay. All right. Now, I read everything and all like that, and the only thing I see is, question I have is, have you been to the property?
Yes,
Okay. So you know where the stream goes through the property?
Yes.
Culver Creek and all like that?
Yes.
Okay. There's been a lot of issues about that lately in the paper and all like that, about that Clover Creek. Well, not because of this application, but because they want to put a business further up on
Yep.
Route 9 and all like that. So if you go to, let's see, in your exhibits in the back here, under F, it would be, number 1 is your site plan?
yes.
Okay. Now, I see where you want to put the garage. I took a drive-by today. The garage would, if you're standing in front of it, the garage would be to the right of that asphalt parking with 3 or 4 cars parked there. Okay. I'm going to go back to now the same exhibit, number 2, is your survey. Yeah, go look at the next one, number 2 is survey. Now, you can see that the Clover Creek runs right through the property.
It runs adjacent to the property.
It doesn't run through the property?
No. Borders the property.
Borders the property.
Correct.
Well, then whoever did the surveys, we're in trouble then. Because if you look, go ahead.
The
Oh, I'm sorry, who are you? Stand up.
I'm the owner.
You're the owner, okay.
The Clover Creek is borders.
You have to stand up.
Yeah, come on up.
All right, go ahead. Your name, I'm sorry.
John Halebian.
Okay,
Clove Creek borders the property at the other end of the property from where we're proposing to put the garage. It does
Okay.
not run through the property.
right. Well, I know where your driveway is, and your bridge, the bridge that goes over Clove Creek is right there, correct?
One driveway, yes, there's a narrow driveway that goes up to the house, right where the bridge is by Clove Creek, but the garage is
I
right at the
understand
other
that.
end.
I know where the garage is going. I
Yeah.
got all that.
Okay.
Okay, I'm just asking a question. Okay.
Yes,
The creek is right there by that driveway, right? Correct.
yes.
Okay. It's not that far, you know,
It's a
from...
few hundred feet probably.
Huh?
It's probably a couple hundred feet.
No, it's not a couple hundred feet. I'm talking about where the bridge is and where the driveway starts. It's not a couple hundred feet.
Which driveway? The existing driveway?
Which driveway? The
There's
driveway that's closest to the bridge.
Okay, yeah, the driveway's literally right on top of the bridge. practically.
Right, it's right on
Yeah,
top of
I
the
didn't,
bridge.
because we have a second parking area that's further
I
away.
understand that.
Yeah, I was confused which one you were talking
No
about.
problem, I'm talking about the one that's right next to
Okay,
it.
yeah, it's right there.
Okay, right, okay. Now, you're saying that it doesn't run through the property. Am I looking at this wrong?
Oh, you know what might be confusing?
Is that the center line?
My property doesn't go to Mill Road. Don Hustis owns the part of the property on my side of Mill Road between the creek and the road. That's what made it look a little confusing. My property ends where the creek is. It doesn't go on the other side of the creek.
So there's like a slice of,
Can you put the survey, the next one would be number 2. Oh, okay.
so here where it says foot, is this your property? Is this yours?
Yeah,
Okay, so we have Willow Creek bordering. Is that what everyone's trying to say? It goes
well,
here?
you see Mill Road, if you continue Mill Road to the left, going to the left, the other side, the property between the creek and Mill Road belongs to the person across the street from me. I know it may look like it belongs to me, but it doesn't.
Okay, so this.
My property ends at Clove Creek over there. It doesn't run, it borders the property, it doesn't really run through my property.
Do you have the, no, forget the site plan. Let's
Okay.
go to the survey. Because maybe I'm confused. Go to the survey, forget the site plan. I don't need the site plan, I want to, here's the survey I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That shows
Got
the
that right
street.
here.
Okay,
Do you have that?
I see.
Okay. Now, according to this survey, maybe I'm nuts, but according to this survey, it looks like a part of that stream does go on your property.
It borders my property. You said run through it.
Well, the property line runs right through the middle of it, it looks like.
It doesn't, no, the other side of the creek belongs to Eustis, see?
I understand the other side of the street, I'm talking about your side. I'm talking about
Yeah,
your,
I've said it borders my property, but it doesn't, maybe I'm,
yeah,
I would
no,
use
I don't want
different
to,
words.
it's confusing, I understand.
It
Maybe you could
borders.
explain it to me. You tell me it's not, you filled out a acceptance form for, because you said it was on, the water was on the property, correct?
No, it was in a 100-year floodplain, right?
No, he's got we got a short environmental form.
Yeah, it says,
filled out.
it's in the 100-year floodplain.
It indicates that there is a water course adjacent to or on the property line.
Right. And here, on first page of your presentation, on the paragraph, pretty much further down, you say, the premises is partially classified within the town's Cove Creek Aqua Overlay District.
That's correct, just the left side of the property if you're looking at the plans, but the
Okay.
right side where the proposed garage is going is not.
Okay, but, so the stream, the creek does go through part of its property.
I'm not a surveyor, I can only tell what's on the plans, honestly.
I know.
I wish you were right that I own the other part of the property, then we could say.
I'm not going by the site plan. I'm going to survey
Okay.
there. That shows you the blue stream, that shows you the creek itself.
Yep. So what is the question or the?
The
comment
question is
issue?
that, there's a lot of issues with that creek, okay? Now, I'm not saying, this is garage, is across, it's gonna be right by the road, correct? The dirt
Correct.
road,
Will be,
right?
The creek is on the other side of the road where the garage is going to be.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's on the other side of the dirt road. It's not
Yes.
that far away from dirt road, though.
I'm sorry?
It's not that far away from the dirt road.
No, I guess you could say that.
Right, okay, I
the
could say
creek or the
that.
garage?
The creek.
Okay,
I'm saying there's a dirt road in front of his house
correct.
where, let's use the asphalt parking as a spot, okay, right? And then there's the creek
On the other side of the road.
on the other side of the road, correct, okay, that's all I'm saying. Now, so you want, on this here thing, we would be giving you 25 foot to build the garage 20 foot closer
Yes.
to the road, which would make it 25 feet closer to the stream.
Yes.
Okay, so all I'm saying is, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna suggest to the board that this be sent to the Conservation Department. Let them look at it, let the Conservation Department look at it, and give them okay, and come back here, and then we'll go from there.
I think we assumed we were going to have to do
Yeah,
something.
we anticipate after this process, we'll be going before either the Conservation Board or
The
through the
wetlands.
administrative process for a wetlands permit approval.
Yeah, but I can't do it that way, because I'll tell you why. This here would be a meeting to review the application. The application's not complete, because the board would feel that it has to go to Conservation Department first.
for determination for,
If it's okay to put it there.
this application could be approved, if it's approved, based on the condition that we go and get the necessary approvals from the Conservation Board. That's typically how this would work in my experience.
I mean,
I mean, we're here for a setback variance, which is a limited scope. I know-
yeah, but I can't give you a setback variance and then go to conservation.
You
Board. Is
could
that what
do
you're telling me?
contingent on it.
Yes,
No.
because the
can't do that.
setback is from the roadway, not the stream.
I understand what you're saying, but it's on the creek is close to the road. And which makes it an issue, not an issue, a question to me that I need answered from the Conservation Department.
When
I need the
question-
Conservation Department to tell me that it's okay to do this, and it's because it'll be far enough away from the stream, or the creek.
Will they issue that determination before the zoning board grants any variances?
Yes, they have to. And then if you got that clearance from them, and come back here, and then we'll go for the public hearing.
Is there no other option to schedule a public hearing right now for July, hopefully meet with the Conservation Board or Conservation?
When does the Conservation Board meet?
In July,
Yeah.
tomorrow and then July, don't know.
But based on review of the code, I don't necessarily think this needs to go to Conservation Board. There is an administrative process for a wetlands permit that this could be eligible for. Because,
July 8th is the July meeting.
I'm sorry?
July 8th is the July Conservation Board.
July 8th,
Tomorrow is the June.
so tomorrow, so you're not going to be ready until, so it wouldn't be till,
but again, I don't know.
oh,
if
July,
this-
okay, July 8th.
I don't know if this needs to go before the Conservation Board, what I'm saying. There's an administrative wetlands permit that this would be eligible for based on the limited scope of the development and the limited disturbance that's being proposed.
I understand that. But if the board feels that they need that information from the Conservation Board, then we would make that determination.
So if the question is, will the proposed variance have an adverse effect or impact on the physical or environmental conditions in the neighborhood or district if we're moving it 25 feet toward the Clove Creek? Bob, are you saying that we don't know enough about
I
the
don't know
environmental
enough about-
conditions?
What if they can get approval for our next meeting from Max? Do you want to maybe put them,
Public hearing?
say we'll conditional public hearings?
Yeah, we could do that.
You know, and if they don't have the approval, then
Yeah,
they
we
don't
could
have a
do that,
meeting.
Because, well, when is our next meeting? Our next
Because ours will
meeting,
be in July.
no, July 14th.
You know, that
Yeah, we
gives
could do
you,
that.
Okay.
you know,
No,
you can meet with the
I
wetlands
wouldn't be
inspector.
comfortable going ahead with that without knowing the Conservation Board says this is okay.
I think we assume.
Okay, this is drinking water for people.
No, it's
Okay,
understood.
it's not a discharge stream, it's drinking water. In fact, it supplies drinking water for Fishkill, Wappingers, and Beacon. So, there's a lot involved here, so I would rather err in the side of caution than make a mistake.
No, that's understood. All I'm saying is
So
we're not
I'll-
anticipating to go out and put a shovel on the ground after this board approves it. We know that there's a conservation approval
Right.
that we need, there's a building permit we need, there's,
Right, now, the way we do it, is, it's just been done before.
Okay.
Here. You're not the first one, okay? There's been people like, someone wanted to put a pool next to the Hudson River and so on and so forth, so we had sent them to the Conservation Board first,
okay.
you know, so,
Is there a time sensitivity to
Well,
it,
this
like
is-
cutting trees or something, like some
This is
seasonal
the
thing?
thing. I'd like to get something up before it snows again. You know, I've owned that home for like 30 years. When we bought the house, I was in my early 40s. I've been using car covers and stuff. I'm now in my 70s. It's getting a little tougher, you know, with the snow and the
Yeah.
ice, and I'm,
still gotta walk up that hill
I would
The
really.
next application will be like some kind of
I
like,
would li- I would like to
conveyor
try to
belt
get
walkway.
something done so I don't have to deal with the snow.
Well, I don't see any reason, I don't see any reason, if we set it up for July, and you go to the beginning of July Conservation Board, they'll make the determination that night. You know, they'll take a look at it and make a determination.
The alternative, I've lived there for 30 years, all in favor of conserving things. I mean,
Right, and it's nobody here, we're not here to hurt you, we're here to go
No,
to the thing,
know.
okay?
The alternative is, there's this rock ledge
Right,
behind it, that I don't want to have to be upsetting me. But my wife gives me grief because I clear leaves away from our house because the animals might be using them to, you know, to burrow. Yes,
Yes.
that's what I have to deal with, you know, taking too many leaves away. So believe me on that.
all right, so it looks like everything else is here, it's all complete. I mean, I'm not saying that it's not complete, it's just, it's all complete, but, with that water system being so delicate and all like that, I just want a okay from them.
You know, I have a will, so I'm as much interested in water staying clean as anybody everybody, because I'm drinking that water.
Yeah, well, a lot of people get water wells along there from the aquifer.
I know,
underneath it.
but my aquifer is literally right next to the,
Right.
right
Well,
next
I'm
to the
just
creek.
Trying to protect everybody else there, too. Okay, so what I'll do is there any other questions on this? Any questions? Do you have any questions on this?
No, no, sir.
None, you?
No, I think,
Any questions? Okay. All right, it looks complete to me, everything is there, I don't see anything missing. I like that it's in a binder, it's nice, that makes it nice and easy, it's in a binder. Everything's here, it's all organized and all. I don't foresee any problems, but I'm not gonna do this without me knowing.
We
that
fully
this is-
expected to have to get a permit from the,
Okay.
So
from
try
the
to get
wetland.
something.
Well, it's not a permit, like it would
Or
be.
whatever you call
Yeah,
it.
they go there and they'll look at it and say, they'll give you a letter, and then that it's, that they don't have any issues with it, and that clears
That's,
up.
we assume that. We just thought that you guys could do this first, then we'd have to get the approval and, you know,
Okay. All right, so I'll make that, a motion that this application be approved, conditions of,
That it be complete.
from the Conservation Board.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Wait, I'm sorry, did you say that we approved the application?
No.
No, that it's.
Conditional, but that he has to get, it's
complete
condition of
for,
the,
public hearing.
that he has to have it, come back with a thing.
All right.
I'm trying to set him up for the public
public hearing, okay.
For July 14th, okay.
All right.
Now, if he doesn't get it by July 14th, then he knows he's not coming back here, you know what I'm trying to say, but their meeting is July 9th, okay?
But there's notices that you can go out in advance of the 9th or the 8th, whatever.
Will he be able to do this by July 9th to the Conservation Board?
What are you asking?
I'm sorry?
We're doing the public hearing in July, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, if we do July 4th, and the Conservation is the 9th.
Before, it's
Yeah, well, he'll be able to meet that, there'll be no problems with him meeting that, right?
going to the July 8th.
It's the 9th, no.
problem. But I don't know that they'll get an answer in one meeting.
Well,
I'm
you
sorry?
might- Something like this, you might not even need a meeting. Like,
Yeah.
like Max, the wetlands inspector.
We have this approved administratively because of the limited disturbance.
Yeah, so he might be able to approve that, get you a letter for the
All right, well,
next meeting.
Cheryl can talk to him, and see if that can be
And
done.
it is the wetlands coordinator of the.
Wetlands
town.
inspector.
what's
yeah.
that person's name?
Max Garfunkel.
Was
I'll
there,
email you guys tomorrow if you want all the information.
was there a Greg, there's a Greg Warner who's in?
Yeah, he's the building inspector.
Was he ever involved with the wetlands thing?
I don't believe so.
Never?
No, I think he came from Fishkill someplace, he was a
Oh,
building
because the name
inspector.
seemed familiar to me from like 25 years ago during the big storm or something.
No,
Okay.
I don't think so. So what's gonna happen is, so we're all on the same page, okay? She's gonna talk to him. If that's possible to do, that's fine with me. I have no problem with that, okay? And we're gonna set this up for a July 14th hearing here.
The steel day, oh, God.
Right, a steel day, okay. And,
If we can't get the determination before then we won't notice.
Yeah, let me
it.
know.
Back at a later date.
right,
Okay,
okay, but I don't foresee any problems, is what I'm trying to say. I'm just looking to cover all my bases.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, thank you,
Thank
gentlemen.
you very much.
Okay.
Right. All right, next one is, let's see, Susan Giachinta, 10 Pond Road, Cold Spring. Am I close, or not even close, huh? Not even close, huh? Okay, you're here because you were denied to build a 32 by 23 and a half foot addition to an existing barn. Correct, okay. Now, look at your application. Did you do the application? Did you fill it out yourself, or
I filled it out myself and with the builder.
the builder? The builder's here?
He is here.
Okay. On the 5 factors, the 5 factors is what, is something we use to help us make a decision like that, okay, and there's questions. I don't know who filled out the 5 factors, but you answered no to the first 4 questions. Ain't gonna help me, okay? You're gonna have to do this over. It's not gonna hold you up, but you'll get it from our secretary, and you do it over, because it says, will an undesirable change be produced in the character of the neighborhood, or will a detriment to a nearby property be created? And you have to tell me why. You're
Why?
saying no. You say no, why no?
No to what? I didn't,
Well, all these questions. Here, let me tell
Well-
you. Yeah, come here. Do you have this? First 4 questions. You have no, 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 no.
no to the first question because
No,
I,
no. You're going to have to do it over and you're gonna have to write out the reason.
Oh, I have to do the application over?
No, just the 5 factors.
Okay.
Okay, that's all, and put a reason why.
I understand.
Why
Okay.
telling me now, because I
Okay.
don't know that, so I need
Okay,
to
I
every...
can tell you that tonight, or I can,
Well, no, that's okay, that's not how it
Okay.
works, okay? That's good, but that's not how it
okay,
works.
so I'll resubmit
All right,
that.
give me my paperwork back now, okay. All right, now, I rode by today, that barn that you have there now is being worked on, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Where's the addition gonna be to
So
that?
the addition is, I'm doing a second story,
You have a second
and-
story on the barn that's there now, right?
not on the existing building, that's in the addition, going up.
Oh, okay. All right, let me talk to the builder then, okay?
Okay,
Maybe help you,
sure.
go ahead. You wanna step up here? Yeah, help you. I'm just trying to get an idea what's going on with it. I saw the building, I tried to go by and I saw the building, okay, and, it looks like you put a second,
It's
you
got a-
got a new roof on, you got structure, a second over the existing barn?
Right, hayloft, yep.
Now, if I'm looking at the barn, which side of it's gonna be, left,
Far end,
far end, behind it?
behind it, that's
Okay, all right.
correct.
See, the problem is, you don't have it marked on the survey, proposed area, okay? Let's take a look at the survey. What you need is, you need it to be marked on the survey where it's gonna go, and it would say proposed addition. Okay, let's see who the architect is here. Oh, Beatty and Watson, okay. Because I'm looking at, you got a frame barn, a slate patio, frame shed, and behind it a concrete shed. Oh, no, I'm sorry, that's by the paddock.
You know, that's it.
That's it, right, yeah, the paddock. Yeah. So you're gonna put it behind it,
So you're going from,
yeah.
is that your phone, Bob? That's your phone.
Yeah. Yeah, I really liked it when it didn't have phones. My wife texted me. That's all I need. It was nice when it didn't have phones. See what I'm talking about, where it is now? Your frame barn, behind it says concrete shed. Is that still there?
It's gone, that got knocked out.
Okay.
And then the frame shed behind it, that's where you're going with the
And the
addition.
frame shed is
Where
next
the
to it.
frame shed is, that's where.
Into the hillside?
Yep.
Where the frame shed is next to it?
Yep.
Okay, all right. You're gonna have to get him to put that on the survey.
Okay.
Proposed, okay?
Can we draw that in, or does it have to be done by Beatty and Watson? I mean, I can do it to scale.
I'll ask you to. What it is, show it to me.
It doesn't show where the new,
Yeah.
did they just draw and propose?
And the questions, you know, just fill them out, give me an answer, you know what I'm trying to say, you know, it's not gonna be because it's other houses like that, and stuff like that, you know. No, don't, no, doesn't do it.
That should suffice.
Okay, and the attorney says it's good, okay,
To
so,
scale.
but to scale.
Sure.
Put it to scale, and put it in there, and you'll need, how many copies, okay? I mean, I guess one copy, I guess we could pass it along, but I don't wanna make all 5 copies again. All right?
We can get you all copies.
One
Yeah,
copy
you-
is fine.
I make 5 copies again, of it, okay? With scale, drawn to scale.
Yep.
And that should cover it, that end of it.
Okay.
All right, let's see what else we have. Like I say, this meeting is just for completion, then if we find it complete, then we'll set you up for a public hearing.
While we're all here, Bob, can they say a few words about their program and their goal for the project? I saw therapeutic courses on here, and I was.
So I actually brought some pictures to share with the board of what I do.
Yeah.
So I work with young adults and children with disabilities.
Okay.
I work with able-bodied children.
Yeah.
I work with ARC in Dutchess County, who come to me as a work program. I work for several day hab programs where young adults come to me to just experience work and be around the horses. And that's the whole reason for this addition, is for safety and more safe space for this population, because it started out as a hobby barn for myself and my 4 daughters, and I brought this here to my home, and I have an LLC. I opened in 2018, and I don't think I outgrew my program, I just felt aware of safety issues for my clients. It's not a big program, it's a small program, but space is very tight right now, and I want to get everything contained in one building, so when these day hab programs come to work, they don't have to go outside where they're not supervised to get a bale of hay. They don't have to go outside to get a tool. I want everything contained in one space for safety, really for them. But I did bring some pictures. That if you guys want to take a look a little bit about the program.
Well, it's a beautiful piece of property, and I see what you're trying to do, and I understand it 100%.
Oh my God, the kid laying down
Yeah,
on the
it's-
horse's
it's
neck,
amazing.
that's so sweet.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, are there any questions for the board on this application? I think it's all complete. Well, I'm going to, again, I'm going to mark it as conditional, depending, the next, at the public hearing, you're going to have to do the the form. That's easy enough to do.
I can look at that form and take care of it.
Yeah, you could do that. And you'll take care of the surveys and all like that.
so more
So
details
bring
about
everything
why it's consistent with the community and like why the
I
neighborhood
service
is
the
already
community.
rural
Yep,
and,
yep, I
you
can
know,
definitely put that
it's
back
not-
into the
yeah,
application.
Okay, all
It's
right.
different questions. Yeah,
Yeah,
same-
not a problem.
yeah. Can the benefit be sought, achieved by some method feasible to pursue? And no, because there's certainly, it has to be attached to the barn, the stair, and all like
Okay,
that. So
yes.
that's those type of things. We need this for the record.
No, I understand, not a
Okay.
problem.
All right.
So bring them to the next meeting, everything. Is that-
I'll just
If you
bring-
can get them to before,
Okay.
So get them.
if you get them to before the next meeting, would be great, because that way we'll have it and all like that, make sure we have, and she'll get it to us. All right, all
Thank
right.
you for your time.
Wait, we're not finished yet. Okay, I make a motion to accept the application on condition that they're gonna get those things by next meeting.
I'll second.
All in favor?
All right,
Now you're set.
Thank you.
all right.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Any old business? No? Anything else? I make a motion to adjourn?
Second the motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right.
Good night, thank you.
Good night.